I'm you. Well, not exactly you, but I'm us, all of us. A child of Adam and Eve, born eons after the beginning, yet connected to it as intimately as if it happened yesterday. In the beginning, how do you describe the indescribable? Imagine, if you will, a vast nothingness, not darkness, not light, just potential. And then an instant that stretched for eternity, he spoke.
Let there be light.
And there was light, not just light, but existence itself. Time began. Space unfurled. The cosmic dance of creation had begun. Among the countless celestial bodies, one would become our home, Earth. Day by day, though days as we know them didn't exist yet, God shaped our world.
Let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear.
With each command, the world became more like the home we know, more alive.
Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind.
Life, simple at first, but with endless potential. Just like us.
Let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that may fly above the earth.
The seas teemed with life, the skies filled with the beating of wings, each creature a testament to God's creativity.
Let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping thing, and beast of the earth after his kind.
And then came the animals of the land, creatures of every kind, filling every niche of this new world. But something was missing, someone to tend this garden, someone to share in its wonder.
Let us make man in our image after our likeness.
And so, our first ancestor came to be, Adam, formed from the very earth he would tend.
Be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth.
But despite the beauty around him, despite the companionship of the animals, Adam felt incomplete. And God saw that it was not good for man to be alone.
I'll make him an helpmeet for him.
And so, Eve came to be, not from the dust this time, but from Adam himself, a partner, an equal. In that moment, as Eve took her first breath, the future of humanity hung in the balance. All the joys and sorrows of our species, waiting to unfold. In that moment, when their eyes met for the first time, humanity truly began. Our story. My story, your story. It all started there.
Be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth.
And so, our first parents stepped into their role as stewards of creation, unaware of the challenges that lay ahead, but filled with the wonder of existence. Eden, paradise, a beginning. But every beginning contains the seed of its end. And in the cool of that first evening, as Adam and Eve rested in their newfound companionship, the stage was set for the next chapter of our story. But that's a tale for another time. Eden, a word that echoes through time, carrying with it the weight of perfection lost. But what was it really like? A paradise beyond our wildest dreams, perhaps. Let me take you there. Imagine a world where every leaf, every petal, every grain of sand pulsed with divine energy, where the very air you breathed filled you with life itself. This was the world our first parents knew, a world of wonder, of discovery, of innocence. Every moment a new revelation, every experience a gift from their creator. But even in paradise, shadows can form. And in the cool of the garden, something stirred. It was subtle at first, a whisper of change, a hint of of something not quite right. The garden itself seemed to sense it. The serpent, craftier than any beast of the field. Its presence, a discordant note in the harmony of Eden. Oblivious to the approaching storm, Adam and Eve reveled in their existence. Each day a new adventure, each moment a gift. They were us, before the weight of knowledge, before the burden of choice. They were humanity in its purest form. And yet, even then, something within them yearned for more. God walked among them. Can you imagine? The creator of the universe, taking time to teach, to guide.
Come, my children, let me show you the wonders of creation.
In moments like these, the bond between creator and created deepened. God wasn't just their maker, he was their father. But even as they basked in divine presence, a seed of something else began to take root. A desire to understand, to know more. The very quality that made them God's most beloved creation would also be their greatest challenge. But even as they learned, as they grew in understanding, the question lingered, unasked, but there. Why this one tree? Why this one rule?
Of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it, for in the day that thou eatest thereof thou shalt surely die.
And so the stage was set, the players in position, the moment that would change. Everything was at hand.
Did God really say, "You must not eat from any tree in the garden"?
We may eat fruit from the trees in the garden, but God did say, "You must not eat fruit from the tree that is in the middle of the garden, and you must not touch it, or you will die."
You will not certainly die. For God knows that when you eat from it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil. Imagine the power of that knowledge, the ability to shape your own destiny. Why remain ignorant when you could understand the very fabric of creation?
In that moment, the future hung in the balance. All of human history, all our triumphs and tragedies, waiting on Eve's choice. Can you blame her? The allure of knowledge, the promise of being more. Isn't that what drives us even now? For a moment she hesitated. Perhaps she sensed the enormity of what was about to happen. Or perhaps she simply savored the last moment of innocence. In that moment, she wasn't just Eve. She was... We, humanity, we've carried the weight of that moment for millennia. The instant when innocence shattered, and the world as we know it began.
Adam, where are you?
For the first time, they hid from their creator. The bond of trust, broken.
I heard you in the garden and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid.
Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree that I commanded you not to eat from?
In that moment, Adam faced a choice. Take responsibility, or...
The woman you put here with me, she gave me some fruit from the tree and I ate it.
And just like that, blame entered the world. The unity of Eden fractured.
What is this you have done?
The serpent deceived me and I ate.
Because you have done this, cursed are you above all livestock and all wild animals. You will crawl on your belly and you will eat dust all the days of your life. I will make your pains in childbearing very severe. With painful labor you will give birth to children. Cursed is the ground because of you. Through painful toil you will eat food from it all the days of your life. It will produce thorns and thistles for you, and you will eat the plants of the field. By the sweat of your brow you will eat your food until you return to the ground, since from it you were taken. For dust you are, and to dust you will return.
Even in judgment there was mercy, protection for the long journey ahead.
The man has now become like one of us, knowing good and evil. He must not be allowed to reach out his hand and take also from the tree of life and eat and live forever.
And so, our first parents left paradise, not with a bang, but with a profound silence. They stepped into a world harsh and unforgiving, but they stepped into it together. Yet even in our fallen state, there remained hope, the possibility of redemption, for every ending is also a beginning. And our story, humanity's story, it was just getting started. Eden was lost, but the promise of something greater, something we could build together, that lay ahead. The end? No. For us, it's always just the beginning.